Here we are at the beginning of the vlog of something that happened quite a while ago, guys. So this was September 2018. That's how long I've waited to release this vlog. I'm really sorry it's taken this long, but I've just had so much content. It's breakfast time. So excited for this, Potterpuffs. We are at the Goblet of Fire event. I was really excited to go to this event because it's one of those things, it's my favourite book, it's got some extra features. I've been to Hogwarts in the snow, so I just had to go.
Once it's made its decision, however, it will turn red before Alfire. And name, if someone can pick that up for me. Read it, read it. Is it Fleur, is it Victor? It's Harry Potter, a round of applause for our You can keep that one, but all of you are welcome to pick up your own piece of parchment designed especially for the film.
You may have seen my previous vlog, Hogwarts in the Snow, where John took most of the footage. It's a lot steadier than mine because I'm filming mine just with my iPhone. He actually had a stabiliser, but I wanted to show you some of my favourite parts again. I do feature in a couple of parts, but it's so busy. I kind of underestimate that whenever I say I'll vlog something, just how busy the place actually is. Look at all the chocolate. Oh my god, this looks so good. Every time I go though, I find new things that I haven't seen before. This was a cool little presentation about how they did Bellatrix's makeup. They did the same for Harry's scar, which was really cool. One thing I'm always really excited to see is the Forbidden Forest, which will come up again in a minute, but the Chamber of Secrets door has to be my absolute favourite. I love seeing that every time. It blows me away. It looks just like it's in the movie, which I'm sure it was. It's just crazy. I love this place so much. It's my third visit. There were lots of extra things at the Goblet of Fire event. They even had the prefect's bathroom, which is one of my very favourite things. I think a lot of people who went to this event absolutely loved it. I'm sure they'll put on this same event next year. It was successful. They had the Triwizard outfits. They had this amazing tap. Look at it. You couldn't actually touch the water because they're all in little tubes, which is really cool. I just love the colours. As we all know, paintings litter the walls of Hogwarts, and there's so many to look at the studio tour. It really is immersive, and you can see so many little details that you would struggle to see unless you paused every single part of the DVD and the films. They seem to swap things around a lot, and as we know, something amazing has been announced for this year. In a few months' time, we're actually going to be able to go into Gringotts Bank. This place is going to get bigger and better. I mean, we're probably at the beginning of its life cycle. Over the years, it might even turn into, I don't know, the potential of even the size of a theme park, the amount of different things that they could add. It's really quite exciting. I mean, we didn't even used to have the Hogwarts Express, Forbidden Forest. I love looking in the Gryffindor dormitory because it looks just as you would expect from the film. You can even see West Ham on the bed, and you can see all of Ron's like slippers, Harry's things. Look at all these wands as well. I need to get McGonagall's, I need to get Voldemort's. There's so many different ones that I really like. And this is like a corridor, and it reminds me of something out of a museum. You know, where you get those corridors where it looks like they get smaller. It's pretty much what this is, and it's exactly what it is, but I've not actually ever seen one for a purpose other than to kind of demonstrate something in like a science museum. So this is a new thing for me. Costumes, which always look super cool. I don't know if it's just me, but the costumes is one of my least favourite things to see. I love seeing the artefacts and just the places in general. It never fails to amaze me though how small Emma Watson is, because whenever I see her Yule Ball dress, I'm like, crazy! How did anyone fit into that? That looks like something I'd wear when I was absolutely tiny, but you do forget that they were kind of children when they were filming most of the films, so it does, yeah, it absolutely blows me away, to be honest. Just how impressive is that? I love looking at it. Imagine if you could have one in your lounge. That's really unrealistic, but would be amazing. And then we've got all of Dumbledore's artefacts, again in the cupboards. You'd never be able to notice these details in the films, but now we can just peer into them for ourselves and see everything. Oh dear. So, it is so good here, Potterpuffs. There is so much going on. and it's really hard to film in here because it's really busy and everyone's pushing around, but it is so good. Look at this. That is one of my favourite things in here. It's so good. There are just so many people and so many pops. And look at these chickens. It's mental. So I would have one of those for my Sunday dinner if I could. What is Bloss doing here? I'm really not sure. I'm not even talking. What am I doing? But I thought I'd put it in anyway. Dumbledore's office is so cool. It's one of my favourite bits here. This is the part where everything's in like a cage, so it's really annoying if you want to take photos because you just get grid lines unless you're like putting your phone through the bars, which again is quite difficult. But I love peering at everything in there. And now we see Snape's classroom, which I believe is very popular. And there's a stirring pot, which I'm going to show. I love that. I really feel that I'm in the classroom. Wouldn't it be cool if you could actually sit in there for a photo? That would be a really good photo opportunity that they've missed. They need to add that soon. Oh, yes. Next up is more Triwizard Tournament. So we get to see Harry suspended in the air like he's floating in the water. That was one of my favourite things to see this time round. We also get to see a couple of other bits. Here is Hagrid's hut. I think I missed this the first time I went round, along with I missed the burrow, which is crazy, but I love Hagrid's hut and also these broomsticks. I need to take one home. I'd love to own a broomstick, but it's just far too big to keep in my house. Even I know that. I love the Gringotts door as well. John seems to think that we saw the wall from Diagon Alley, but I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know where he's got that information from, but he's very sure that he's seen it. Can you actually get anything cooler than this? I love it so much.
Creating effects, but also a lot of these things are magical.
They have Mad Eye Moody's trunk. They also have Lupin's trunk, which is so cool. Wait until you see this in a minute. I think I filmed it last time, but I had to film it again because it's so impressive. Wait, I didn't realise you could see in that mirror. That is really cool. Ah, let's look at that again. I'm obviously amazed myself. And here we go. Wait for it. Wow! I wish I had a little trunk like this, although it's quite a massive trunk actually. How impressive. This is so cool. I can't get enough of watching this. Little wardrobe pops out. If that happened to me each morning, that would be so cool. And here we are at the Burrow. Can I actually eat my breakfast at that table? That would have been better than in the Warner Brothers cafe. And what am I looking at now? It seems we have appeared at the Ministry of Magic. This again is something you look at and you're like, whoa. You walk into it and you think, how was this not a full set? There's only a little bit of this, but it's amazing how they managed to make it into just such a massive room. Lady we all love to hate. We love her style, kind of. We all love the cat stuff, but we hate her. Shops, glorious shops. Look at all these items. They have like 3 shops at the studio tour. The first one is Forbidden Forest, the second one is Platform 9 3/4, and the third one is the main shop. There are certain items that are exclusive to the first 2 shops, which means shopping here is incredibly hard because you just can't decide, and you kind of want to wait till the last shop so that you don't make your mind up too early. But there's a lot of first world problems that occur at this place. I have never bought anything in the first 2 shops. I always waited till the end just because I always see things I want. Yay, we're at Platform 9 3/4. Yay, I made it! One of the cool things that you can do for free at the studio tour is get yourself a passport. These are aimed at kids, but I believe most adults also take them if they're big Harry Potter fans. John always loves to do them, as you can see. He got one this time and he's very proud of his stamping abilities. I would suggest that's definitely on the top 10 things to do whilst you're here. I will do a top 10 video soon about tips for the studio tour. I'm not going to promise when because I'm always full of so many video ideas, but it will come, don't worry. One thing I don't think I noticed the first 2 times I went to the studio tour is the fact we've got like the train driver right at the front, or is he just the guy who puts the coal in? I'm not sure. Here is the Platform 9 3/4 shop. I love the look of the mugs, but I just have far too many. You guys know how I struggle with mugs. And we also have the trolley full of Hogwarts sweets. All of the chocolate frogs were squashed. They're not really a great design for transporting. It looks like it's got a squash nose, but they are so yummy. Right before you get to the Backlot cafe, you get to see all of this cool packaging, and it's mainly the Weasley merch, which is one of my favourite things. I wish you could buy all of these different things that are in the cabinets. I did buy some You-Know-Poo this time. Here's the night bus. I always get my photo taken on the night bus. It's one of my favourite things to see. I kind of wish you could go inside and sit on it. That would be a really cool expansion for future. And here is Privet Drive. And I always try and picture what it would be really like to go in Harry's cupboard and also to live in this house, which is kind of cosy even though it's a horrible place, and I love the fact all the letters are on the ceiling. Hogwarts Bridge is a must if you go to the studio tour. I always get my photo taken here as well. There's a lot of people around, as you can see, who also want to take their photo. I love this. It's so much fun to walk down. Outside there's lots of cool things that you can see, and it's a nice place to refresh, get your Butterbeer, which is a must. You need to try it if you haven't. And now we're on to the prop making and kind of the creature development department. Warwick Davis does a lot of videos here, which is cool. Not the real one, but he's on screen. And we've got all the animatronics. Just look at Hedwig. we are getting towards the end of the tour, kind of. I think we've got a few more bits left. We're looking now at more of the creatures and then we'll move on to the arts department. I'm really arty myself, but it's never one of my favourite parts. I know that sounds awful, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm all about seeing Hogwarts in real life. Here we are at Diagon Alley, one of the most breathtaking parts of the studio tour. I love looking in all of the different shops. Absolutely want an ice cream from the ice cream parlour. Look. Oh my god, they look so good. Please make them studio tour. And then we've got the bookshop, Flourish and Bloss, which will soon be my channel name, Flourish and Bloss. That's going to be fun. Can't wait to do that. But more about that later. And then we move on to Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, which is of course my favourite shop. I need to go in there at Orlando. I've never been to Orlando, but I really want to go and buy something from that shop. And the cute, iconic spinny sign that they have. Onto the art department. So this is cool. I mean, it's behind the scenes. I love seeing all the kind of paper models of the castle, but I'm not much of a reader and that's why I struggle. And then to end the trip, you always get to see Hogwarts Castle, which just, I can't even get my head around how they filmed all the shots for the film using this. I'm like, how was this built? How does this work? This is the best thing I've ever seen. I love seeing it every single time, and the fact you can walk all the way around it. We end the tour here with the Triwizard Cup, and then we move on to the gift shop, which is a hectic way to end the day, but I always really enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, guys. Leave me any comments down below and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for your patience with this video. Loads more content coming. Bye!